Hello to those who have came to my pick a card. This is gonna be what was the purpose of that dream? Here is gonna be pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hello to those who chose in pile 1. This pile is going to be separated into 2 different sections. This one is why did you have that dream? What was the purpose of it? Channeled message I got from the shadow card was that it was talking with this Queen of Swords. The Mars, I keep on getting the word nasty, like grimy, sweaty, uncomfortable. So maybe you in this dream, you was taking a big leap of faith into like waters or into the unknown, and then it led you to the shadow. The shadow represents some type of ethereal figure. Ethereal don't even gotta be that it's beautiful. Just some kind of entity. Let's say it pointed or it tried guiding you to the way. Every single word that uttered out of its mouth or sound that came out of its mouth that was trying to tell you or warn you about stuff, the more it made you feel like this, like disgusting, uneasy. I don't feel good. There's something wrong with me. And then you'd think that the shadow thing is the shadow, whatever the shadow's supposed to represent, is a bad entity. It has bad intentions because it's making me feel a bad way. But I don't think that's the case. If anything, I think in this part of the dream, it was supposed to represent a projection, a mirror. Typically, in the hierarchy of spiritual beings, this shadow figure is pretty high up. But to you, they made you feel uncomfortable. So I'm not surprised if after the dream, once you woke up, what is that thing? What message was it trying to tell me? The point was not the message. The point was not what it was saying. The point was how it made you feel. You felt disgust and this and that. Why did you feel that way? I'm getting deja vu so bad right now. Wow. A high vibing entity is not supposed to make you feel that way. If they do, it's because you need to work on yourself. And here with the Taurus card, that's supposed to represent secrets you have hidden deep into your psyche. This entity could read you like a book, saw through the secrets you had, and still wanted to interact with you, still wanted to help you. Your reaction was to feel uncomfortable and feel disgusting or whatever about yourself and feel insecure. Know that this was stemmed from the fact your soul knew that this entity read you like a book and read all your secrets, but still was trying to help you. That spoke on your insecurity and your ego. And Saturn card here is supposed to represent a long life lesson that years past lives have yet to learn. They're throwing a bone at you, like, is you gonna even be cognizant of what it is? It's not even them expecting you to even want to work on this Taurus and reverse part of side of yourself. It's the fact you even aware it's even there. The Queen of Swords is supposed to represent a mother figure, the mother lineage. I believe you have mommy issues that affect the way you feel about yourself and that impact your self esteem, but it is so buried in your psyche, you're not even aware. Like, you would be, what do you mean my mother treated me fine? Like, I'm this and no. For example, I know someone who literally blocked out a big portion of their childhood because their parents were not great. You're giving that and you're not even aware. You can't even question, why do I feel like this? Why did I feel comfortable in this dream? Because you don't even know what the root problem is. The Emperor card here is supposed to represent breaking generational cycles. These are generational cycles. You see the chain, you know how he broke it? Well, your chains are all intact, and so was the rest of your families. I don't think your family, especially on your mother's side, has yet to heal this. Is you going to be the first one to at least take a stab at it? attempt to try to break the chain. All of y'all don't even see the chain. All of y'all don't want to see the chain, or y'all are not even aware of it. You're not even aware of the fucking chain. It's so funny because this is the Seven of Swords. This is supposed to be a bad card, deception card, but Spirit's using this card to like hype you up. Maybe you're insecure about how you look. You're insecure how you come off to society, how the gender that you like views you. Here they're telling you that you're actually this beautiful, cute little mask. You're thinking that you're this ugly, disgusting being. You're the type to not want to go outside without any type of makeup. You're the type who is motivated to go to the gym so that way you don't look fat, so that way you won't lose your friends or you won't be criticized by your family. The motivation for what you do to make yourself physically attractive or to make yourself appeal to others, to society, is not rooted in self contentment, what truly makes you happy. It's rooted in what pleases others. Spirits are already telling you that they already see you as you're gorgeous, you're enough. But you don't think you're enough. You think you're ugly. You think you're like this with the Seven of Swords. You don't think you're a good, well, this collective, obviously it's going to be a scale, right? But in tapping into people who don't think that they're good people, who think that ultimately everyone is a bad person, everyone has bad tendencies. Someone's bound to let down someone else, someone's bound to make a mistake. You see the negative aspects of life, and you need to have an entire shift in your worldview. It all stems from this mommy issues, stuff hidden deep inside your psyche. And with the Capricorn, do you want me to be honest here? They're telling me they don't expect you in this life to even touch it, to even be aware of the chain that I was telling you, of your family generational karma, generational trauma. They're content with the way that you're going at it with life. It's all good, but it's like them throwing a bone, like how they were saying, I wonder if this one has it in her to be even cognizant of it, of even want to even touch, want to even try to heal. This issue doesn't involve only you. This also involves, let's say, your siblings, your family, your second cousins, your third cousins. So this next section is going to be Spirit's advice for you in regards to this dream and whatever message I gave. But the Three of Swords, this is in general life advice. Maybe the rest of these four cards will talk about your dream, but they're telling you you need to stop watching pickle cards. You need to separate yourself from the spiritual community, religious services, and you need to genuinely go in a hermit mode. There's like Wiccans in Canada, maybe even all across here, I don't know. But they are silent for a month, so they don't speak anything. And they sometimes wear like badge or like a sticker, so that way whenever they go to the store and they, let's say the cashier tries to talk with them, they just point at the badge, says I'm on a silent thing, like I can't talk or whatever. But they do that because it invokes spiritual enlightenment. You need to isolate yourselves from all sources that you deem good and bad. You don't have the discernment to know whether something is good or bad for you. And the only way to learn that is truly by being alone with yourself at the most 3 weeks. Yes, like you can have a pet, okay, but like I mean, like humans. Delete social media, text back the people you regularly talk with, and be like, look, all I'm gonna say is I want to be left alone for this amount of time. Please don't worry about me. And the whole purpose too of being silent and not talking before I had my spiritual awakening, I had a lot of anxiety, a lot of mental health issues. I didn't like sitting alone with myself, so instead I would just sleep and sleep and sleep. And I would wake up and have a bunch of racing thoughts, and then sleep and sleep because if I truly was to sit down with myself, be alone with my thoughts, they would ultimately lead to painful insights that I wasn't ready to face. That's what's coming for you if you choose to do that. In the Saturn card, it was them throwing like a bone at you, like kind of testing it out, testing out your free will. Here with the lovers, it's giving that kind of vibe. They're kind of using you like a case study and seeing How far will this one evolve? Really feel like other branches of people in your ancestry have never bothered to touch this, have never bothered to go in this Three of Swords space. Keep in mind that I'm aware that y'all are probably adults, y'all are probably working, y'all probably forced to speak, but try your best to minimize contact with people as much as possible, or request for like vacation for a week. If you really sit alone with yourself, be silent, all social media is gone, no external influences, and you're alone at home, you're gonna find yourself in a lot of pain and crying over how cruel this world is. What did you deserve? What did other people deserve to have wrong things done to y'all? Why do we have to live in such unfair circumstances or in societies that we chose not to be in? If you ruminate and sit with yourself many days with this, you're going to realize you have a hatred towards God or the Creator because of this. I was getting that this ace was right beneath the three, but it doesn't want to talk to it. These girls are saying, why should I open my legs to people who don't adorn me, who hate my kind? With that in mind, this could be a representation of you being in sex work, you making money from showcasing your body, or it could when you were little, you were molest, that word. You have had sexual trauma, or you know of others in your lineage who have had these experiences. I feel so bad because I'm realizing now with the two threes and they're both being like feminine cards, your maternal side, whenever it comes to women, it's the history is so fucked up. The things they've had to put up with, the pain that they believed that they had to bear, the boundaries they believed that were healthy, especially being silent about things should have been brought to justice. And it just feels like perpetuating pain. The ace is representing you if you were to go forth with this spiritual enlightenment. Right now, you don't want to talk with this Three of Cups, really seeing your maternal family lineage for what it is and all the pain that females have had to go through there. If you were to talk to it, that is a representation of you acknowledging their pain, you finding out more about your family history and the suffering they've been through, the exploitation they've experienced, you not turning a blind eye to it anymore. The Eight of Cups is supposed to represent the aftermath of your relationship with your ancestors. Once you acknowledge the Three of Cups and you stop neglecting them, that's showing a connection that is one of a kind. You're trailblazing, which means that once again, no one in your freaking family lineage has done this, has bothered to dig really deep into the complexities that come with the traumas and the exploitation that your family lineage has experienced. So once you do that, and that's you saying inadvertently, I'm okay with having a relationship with my family. I don't know if your family relationship is messed up. This is healing a massive karmic wound with your ancestors. If you continue to interact with your ancestors, especially if you're spiritually attuned, you're going to receive massive wealth and spiritual enlightenment in phases, though, because you have to continue to want to water the plant of the connection you have with your ancestors. And you're probably going to be the first in your family to break out of the generational karmic cycle of being poor or always giving your kitty or your meat to everybody, harnessing self control, maturing. You don't have to live in poverty, like things like that. Man, just good luck for you, Pawan. This is very, very deep. Good luck. So please like, dislike, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys have a great day or night. Bye. Hello to those who chose Impal too. This is gonna be separated into two little sections. This first section is talking about why did you have that dream? What was the purpose of it? The channeled messages you got, I will let you know, is two of them once I get to those cards. But I'm going to start here with the Five of Earth. You were kind of sad or down. That part is odd. Maybe you're usually a happy person, or confident in yourself. But in this dream, you were like unsure and uneasy of what path to go on. You see, at least the child in the photo in that gate can see the sky through or can see what is coming next. But for you, this was all blacked out and you didn't know how to go through. You didn't even bother trying to even unlock that chain. You was just kind of wandering aimlessly, lost. At the most, the sky could have been bright. The rest part, maybe the floor, your clothes, the plants around you, or the houses around you, stuff like that, were muted colors or black or brown. Now I'm burping because I'm looking here at the Saturn card, and the channel message I got there was the answer to the Saturn card is blocked from you because you're unaware. Don't lose hope. This dream had a negative interpretation or had negative connotations to it. Take that with a grain of salt. You're supposed to look beyond the dreariness of that dream. If people came up or if circumstances came up, an event came up, there was nothing really significant about that. It was just you. That was the most important part of the dream. The way you were feeling, you were supposed to get out of it was to get insular with yourself and understand you can calm yourself down, you can ground yourself. You don't have to let this bad dream or negative part of the dream bog you down. Let's say if you saw your mother get killed, you don't have to worry. That's not going to happen in reality. This is just reconfirming that any bad things happen. That was not you having a little psychic premonition. No, like it's not going to come true. Don't worry about that. Dreams like this are supposed to foster your faith in humanity. That's why they keep on saying have hope. Maybe you do sometimes have dreams that come true. That's why you were worried. Overall, you need to have discernment, and if you lack that, the best thing you can do is try to interpret the positive out of it. Which, if there was nothing but negativity about that dream, then tell yourself, you know what, but at least I have a roof over my head. At least I can eat something today. All my family's alive and well. At least I'm alive and well. The point is that Spirit gave you this dream as like a little tiny hurdle to get you more passionate about your vigor towards life, your vigor towards your goals. You wanted a specific answer. So over here with the Six of Swords, you want to receive clarity or insight about something. I'm not surprised if you feel in dismay about certain topics about your life because you're in a hazy stage. Like there's no direct yes or no answer, as in you're applying for jobs. There's no yes or no, you're gonna get them. You're switching up your friend group. There's a yes or no that the next one is gonna work with you or not. You can apply this to romantic interests. You can apply this to familial connections. You can apply this to the fact that you're gonna have a kid. How do I even be a mother? I didn't even have a mother or something. Like many areas in your life in which you're hazy about and you would have wished to receive insight about this in this reading. But I'm sorry to tell you, I'm not going to give you any answers. Whatever you're doing, you're on the right path. I'm just letting you know. Which you might be thinking like, what the fuck? Like, I'm just confused. I'm literally taking it day by day, week by week, paycheck by paycheck. But don't worry. The plan you have set for yourself, it's going to manifest eventually. You're in a waiting period for many topics in your life that you have questions of. Which I know I would be very furious if I got this reading too, especially if I wanted to at least get an answer for one thing. And this 10 card I got is sounding the alarm. Don't get attached to your issues. It feels like you're righteously in a state of mind where you're kind of anxious, you're lacking some sleep because you're overworking yourself, or you have responsibilities, you're thinking a lot about other people, you're trying your best to prioritize yourself, but you're low-key feeling burnt out day by day. But yet Spirit literally told me to tell you that. Oh, don't attach yourself to issues, don't think they negatively. But it's so much harder said than done. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I can picture you getting very triggered, but yeah, that's what they're telling me, just to suck it up, handle these as maturely and healthily as you can. This couldn't even take months, up to a year, for this energy to subside and for you to actually receive full clarity in everything that you have questions about. So this next section is going to be Spirit's advice on how to deal with this dream or whatever I was supposed to give you the answer about. So before I put down the integration card, I got the word matrimony, and what do you know? That's two, yin and yang coming together. This is supposed to give hope to you in matters of connections and what you've been having issues with. So if you've been having issues with finding a soulmate, whether it be platonic or not, and you've been like, I want more friends, I don't have, it's gonna come true. Your manifestation was heard and it's still in formation. I'm getting to give this example. You want it to happen fast, which is within a few months to a year. The spirit's trying to tell you, if you was trying to clone a pig and you only put a few months to a year of research into it, watch it come out with a missing eye. Watch it come out with a messy little pigtail, all soggy. Watch it not even come out with a mouth. If you took your time, as in spirit's taking its time to create and form the perfect match for you, that little pig clone is going to turn out exactly like a pig, if not even better. It'll have better running skills. It can actually talk. Great things come with time. Have patience. With the new vision card, you have access to many planes that people don't have access to, which could be astral traveling, you have psychic powers. Be grateful that you even have insight into this. Be grateful that you can even manifest stuff like this, because many can't. Don't be stressed or concerned about spiritual matters, because spiritual matters can take time if you want it to come out successfully in this physical reality. Two of Wands, you're coming up as the eagle, and that's representing you being annoyed about frivolous everyday activities or responsibilities that you have, or with connections that you just would not want to deal with. Now, I think that this is what you wanted to receive insight about, but it's sideways because now it's coming here with the Magician in reverse. Take time out for yourself. You'd be surprised how much you can get out of your responsibilities and have other people also help you out with the slack by telling people, by being honest with them, you know what, I'm burnt out. My mental health is not great, dude. Like, I feel like it's just gonna get worse from here because y'all don't do anything. I'm doing a lot of the work. And you'd be surprised how much people are willing to step up to the plate to help you out. You have a lot of burdens on your shoulders, but you're refusing to allow others to also shoulder these burdens because maybe you feel like they won't do them right. It's on you to do them, not on anyone else. But no, rely on the people around you. Spirit blessed you with those around you, those who are in alignment with you, so that way they can help you out. I'm sure you would also take on their burdens too. See it that way. That's about the only answer you got. I'm so sorry. This must suck. Kind of reading some. Please, I mean, it was a good reading though, but please like, dislike, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys have a great day or night. Bye. Hello to those who have chosen pile 3s. This is going to be separated into two different sections. The first section you're looking at, what was the purpose of your dream? Why did you even have it in the first place? The reason you even had the dream is showing up here with the Five of Swords. They, being the higher power or your spirit guides, spirit team, wanted you to question why you do what you do. I think that you give a lot of opportunities to a certain person or to a group of people that have not shown you that they will be willing to do that for you too. The phrase I got was Anglo vibes. So maybe you're white, maybe these people are white. If you're white, you're trying to appeal to an image that is not authentic to you. It could be the other way around where these other people are white and you're trying your best to conform to their culture. This deals with the concept of being racially ambiguous. You could be a black person, but you're white passing, delving into the realm of stereotypes. So I don't know what exactly took place in your dream, but just know that whatever happened was supposed to invoke the curiosity about your perceptions on your own race, on how you identify with the culture that you say like you're supposed to. But I'm saying that because you can be Hispanic and yet want to go into being a Muslim. But this is you tracking back your roots and being like, well, the rest of my family is Catholic. Kind of diving deep into your ancestry, I know you would probably be like, why would I even waste my time? Like, I don't think you even care about this topic. I assume you're supposed to be finding some answers there. If you have a father that has passed on or a father figure that has passed on, they are showing up here in the magician. They did have a message to convey to you in that dream. If your father has not passed on, their soul body wanted you to receive a message to warn you about something that's going to be ahead, like kind of give you a little like premonition. The hands are on top of the papers, and I personally cannot decipher the papers. You would know what the message is. I can't give you that answer here. For weeks to the past few months with the Hierophant card, your father has been trying to reach out to you. You're being oblivious and you're dismissing it as, it's just a dream. It don't mean anything that deep. I don't know if you're scared because I was getting the same thing over here where you don't want to look at things that deeply. I don't know if you're scared to look into your childhood or your ancestry. Messages dealing with your father have to deal with your family. Maybe you've left your family and you don't want to deal with them ever again, or you only want to deal with them on the holidays. That's why you just have this avoidance about it. Know that you're supposed to listen. At least hear them out. Worst case scenario, what you're gonna feel like you're wasting your time for like 3 hours trying to decipher something, especially going into the ancestry thing. Like, just do it. I'm not even seeing that it's making you uncomfortable. You just don't want to deal with family things, ancestry things. You just want to deal with what's happening now. You're coming up here with the Knave of Swords, which, since these both are sword cards, you could be an air sign, or that's like a ruler in your chart. You're supposed to question either the fast lifestyle you're living. If it's not that, you're supposed to question the friends you have around you. These people don't have good intentions towards you. They keep you around as a laughing stock, or that is going to be their intention whenever first reeling you in. They're going to for sure show you respect, but then they're going to make it to where they can keep you there, mooch off of you. An example I'm getting, there was the latest movie of Knives Out, so there's like a series of it. It was all a friend group. The leader of the friend group is this like billionaire, and he's very intelligent. And he invites them all on an island to play a little clue game. They're all friends, but there's one that he invites to the island who isn't. It's this detective. This detective easily ends up solving, whatever kind of game he was trying to play. But the billionaire guy pulled him aside before he even did the whole game thing and told the detective, like, why are you here? Like, I really appreciate you're here, because he's really well renowned, but why are you here? Turns out one of the guests on that island, which was one of the friends, invited him there. And you can insinuate that you invite a detective there because a death is about to occur, or like a real crime is about to occur. So that's how the mystery starts. But as the detective, as in I'm the detective, looking at your dynamics with the other people, the people you call friends, the people who you work with, I would be seeing there's power dynamics between that genius person, between that person, and you and that person, seeing the complexities of every single connection, seeing the facets of each person's personalities, how people don't get along, subtle jabs, rumors being spread. Point is, you're surrounding yourself in a toxic environment like that. This has to do with money. Since you got this money, since you got this high position, oh, okay, I'm really happy and content with where I'm at. I'm only surrounded by high achievers, but you're seeing it from that perspective because you're thinking about money, 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 what benefits me financially. You're not seeing it from a higher perspective, which is spirit's perspective. You're surrounded by a bunch of fools who have been blessed to be gifted with positions that they don't deserve. A quote I really resonate with, especially since I graduated from college, was, you start putting less value in money once you start realizing that the people in power are just as smart as you, if not less. Well, like some of them. I'm sure there's some geniuses out there, but you get me? They only got that because of connections. I think this is a wake up call for you because you need to be connected to your roots, and I don't think you like your root. Your culture, your race is paired with the stigma of being poor, of not having enough, of jail time, or you could be a white person, right? And you could be coming from the superior place. You know, the example I gave with the genius guy can be inadvertently perpetuating white superiority. And you have no idea you're even doing that, but you're creating like a quote unquote caste system among your friends, people fighting for your attention, this and that. But they're all not white. You need to question the way you're either building connections around you or the people who have been wanting to build connections with you, the people that you feel like make you feel worthy to be around them. This next section is going to be Spirit's advice for you on how to deal with this. It's interesting how two of these cards that came out have to deal with astrology or with space. I'm getting the Fool card is what you don't see coming. Ever since I put this device thing down, I've been super itchy, so the back of my head is itchy and so is my left arm. Here, if you notice, she has a tattoo of the cross, but it's upside down. You're her, and you have it upside down because if the cross is facing you, it's right side up, and it's only meant for you to see it as the cross. I'm not saying you're Christian, but you get me. This card is the perfect picture image of just how vain you are. You only care about yourself, the way you interpret reality, and you want to surround yourself with people who fit that narrative. You don't surround yourself with boundary pushers. You don't surround yourself with people who critically think. You only surround yourself with people who can critically think. They're masters of disguise. They're only out for themselves because you are just like that. And Spirit's trying to tell me I'm supposed to be giving this a much more harsh interpretation, but I'm being really soft with it. But they're telling me to tell you, look how vain you are. Look how pathetic you look. This imagery is disgusting. You're disgusting. They're so bold to tell you this message because you're so vain. You deserve to be humbled. With the Lovers here, you're trying to run away from your past, from who you were. Let's say you're trying to whitewash yourself. But little do you know, because you refuse to learn the lessons that your parents, that the ones before you have not learned, that your family that is alive right now has not learned, that you're just going to repeat those same karmic cycles that they did. And money can make you run away from your internal issues, from the generational trauma, from generational curses. If you are a white person, you don't even realize we have this unconscious superiority over people who have color on their skin, over people who come from different cultures. Spirit wants me to reiterate to you the loving family you came from, the good examples of love you got to witness as a child, and now growing up to the person you are. It's comical how pathetic you've become because you're not going to have that kind of relationship that your parents did. Let's say your parents had a love that was very, very pure. You're never going to experience that. Why? Because you don't deserve it. Because you're ugly on the inside. You're disgusting. You could try to fool everyone in society on social media. You're not fooling Spirit. They're never going to send you the one until you choose, which is with the astral, to do the work. Look into your freaking psyche, bro. What are your stigmas? What stereotypes are you unconsciously perpetuating onto others? Because you have to realize that the world doesn't revolve around you first. Once you even drop your ego to even realize, because that's going to take a while. It's going to hurt you. Then, what have I done to hurt others? This person dropped me. Why don't I ask them, what did I do wrong? This is the bold, honest truth you're going to get from people who you have done wrong and you had no idea you even did anything wrong in the first place. This is a massive, tower moment after tower moment for you. I don't know if this is going to affect your reputation, to be honest. I don't think it is. You even choose. I'm getting that the percentage of people who are watching this, 6% of y'all will actually do this. If you are a white person, this is representing the siblings you have, the nephews, nieces you used to play with whenever you was little, or your cousins, people like closer to your age, or they're your siblings. They did not turn out like you with this superiority complex about your race. These people are more spiritually enlightened and have more potential to reap rewards in the spiritual realm than you. than you ever could, because you come from this biased lens of I'm the shit, my race is the shit. What can go wrong? So used to your family having connections and always cleaning up messes after you. Because I'm talking to someone who's ego tripping if that's the case. If you are not white, this is once again talking about the people closer to your age around you, your siblings or your close family. These people didn't run away from their culture. I'm already getting like culture vulture. I don't know if that's what they deem you to be or see you as. They don't want to whitewash themselves. They like their skin color. And just know, because these people are appreciating their ancestors, even if they're spiritual or not, they're at least walking the path of truth. They are going to reap massive rewards from their ancestors. And to you, because it's the Two of Cups, I mean, sorry, it's the Two of Pentacles, you're going to see it as, what do you mean they don't have as much money as me? Well, you know what? They're going to be gifted the love of their lives. Everything you lack, they will be gifted in it. And you know what? If anything of the Two of Pentacles, I can see it not even being money. It's just having ultimate fulfillment in life. Money isn't everything, bro. I feel like crying because it's like now looking over here, the Six of Pentacles. It's so weird how I'm seeing all these cards so differently than how I usually interpret. You see that man with the wings? I'm getting that that's supposed to represent like a black man, and that's supposed to be either you if you're not white. If you're white, then it's the girl that's hugging. The girl that's hugging is whispering stuff to further program and instill they always have to conform to my demands, to my culture. Do as I say, and I'll give you the money, I'll give you the profit. And that's exactly what you're doing. You're just a puppet. You know, people who are Republicans, it can be any race, but especially big figureheads who are black, a lot of white racist Republicans often quote, use those black Republicans' words as a way to excuse their racism, their whitewashed ideals. That's who you are. Do you understand? How many other ways do I have to say this? And if you're the one whispering to the black person right there, you're even more evil and fucked up than I could ever imagine, because I genuinely do not give a fuck about race. I cannot relate to this hierarchy thing or trying to be subservient to societal ideals, favorable beauty trends, but you are just perpetuating all the stigmas that cause eating disorders, the thinking that causes people with dark skin to feel like shit about themselves and want to use creams to lighten their skin. I'm just gonna stop there. I forgot what the song is called, but with the comic card, I'm channeling a song by J. Cole, and he starts it off by saying, "Do you want to be happy?" I said, do you want to be happy?" That's the reading. That's it. I have nothing else to say. I agree with everything I said. Sorry if you're offended. I'm not even sorry. Like, dislike, comment, subscribe. Have a great day or night. Bye. Hello to those who chose in Pile 4. There's going to be two sections. This first section is on, well, why did you have that dream? What was the purpose of it? The second one is going to be Spirit's advice for you. I did get channeled messages for this air card and the Empress. I got it stuck in the Empress's hair. Over here, the Empress is looking forward to the Four of Water. I'm getting Tanashi vibes from the Moon card. At least in this dream, I don't know if this is you in real life, but you just had about enough of something or someone's bull. You saw right through the BS and you cut it out. So maybe this is you dreaming about breaking up with someone. This is you dreaming about cutting off a group of people, quitting your job. There's a facet of you playing out in your dream, which was the Moon card, that lives vicariously through your emotions. I think in this physical reality, you try to inhibit your emotions, and in turn, you end up inhibiting your self expression. In this dream, it was just one way of you fulfilling like a fantasy of yours, but in a sense, you're just projecting because you want to do this in this physical reality, but you don't have the balls to do it. the way that you present yourself right now to society, your demeanor, calm and civil, you don't like to rock the boat. Was there any spiritual significance to your dream? No, it was just you playing out your fantasies that you really would love to play out in this physical reality. You know how whenever people say that a lot of your dreams can be based off of you priming yourself right before you go to bed, like what you see on your phone or what you see on the TV, events that happen to you throughout the day. A lot of times you can psychologically break down a dream, and it's best to do that first before you get a spiritual interpretation. But the error card is what you won't see coming. You're inhibiting your self expression. It's going to cause you mental ailments. So if you're like, to be honest, Naomi, I've been doing this for years. Just know that maybe in the next few years to come, you're going to start having mental health issues. And this is not really a flare up. This is suddenly you just get onset of schizophrenia, suddenly get onset of bipolar. And then it's just like, oh my gosh, what in the world? Know that your soul was so restless throughout this whole time period. It was living in detriment because you was not living in alignment with your soul. Therefore, it's going to cause negative effects onto your physical body. It is sadly going to be one of the side effects. I said hi. So over here, you're seeing a bunch of colors. It could be you have to get help because you start hallucinating hardcore, delusions. It's going around there rather than mood disorders, to be honest, or depersonalization out of body. So spirit's warning you. They're not even warning you. It's just like, oh, by the way, power forward, this is gonna happen the next few years because you're not living in alignment with your soul and you're choosing to still continue, like how you have been doing for year after year after year, inhibiting your self-expression and inhibiting who you are, refusing to explore what facets of your personality would you like to upplay, like what makes you burst out in joy. And I think a lot of it would be creative pursuits, but you're just not doing it. So you're probably going to have many of these dreams. So next is the advice that Spirit has for you. I'm too lazy to move them, but down here is the Taurus card that was something that you don't see coming. Over here's Mercury, here's the Hierophant, the Seven of Swords in reverse. I'm getting is supposed to represent a smiley face. It's very interesting. Isn't the sign of Mercury Virgo? And it's like coming out here. And then on top of that, I know the astrological wheel, the Virgo and Leo are like right next to each other. Spiritual enlightenment power 4, that is what the Leo card represents. It's with the Eight of Wands in reverse. They want to send a tower moment your way, but this doesn't have to deal with your reputation. You know, this is an internal tower moment. This could be a breakup. You know, in the moon, you probably have many dreams where you live out your fantasies and you're actually bold, you're actually outspoken. Whatever you want to be bold and outspoken in that you're living out in your dreams or in your fantasies is going to come into reality. But instead of you triggering the tower moment, you actually speaking up, someone else is going to do it. Something else is going to do it. Instead of you wanting to break up with your boyfriend first or girlfriend, they'll break up with you first. Instead of you quitting your job, you're going to get fired. Honestly, you're very much giving me Virgo vibes. You probably got that all up in your chart. You're a very stubborn, fixed person. I know Virgo is not a fixed sign, but this is the kind of energy you're giving me because this is why you have stayed the same way this whole time. I'm not even surprised if for years you have not changed up your clothing style. If you have not improved or tweaked your personality, you've just been this kind of the same since high school or since middle school. It's really redundant and repetitive to spirit. They want to make you and shake it up to make you want to change, like give you motivation to want to express who you truly are. I'm getting someone who dresses like a regular person, but in their fantasies and their dreams, they have access to all the money in the world. They want to dress like a really beautiful businessman, businesswoman. They want to dress like of their culture, dress in Y2K style. I don't know. Just my point is just being bold and expressing and making a statement. The way you dress or the way you put on makeup. And it's like, is you gonna do that now? How much more tower moments we gotta send your way so you can shake it up? Clearly, the same thing, same old thing is not working. But it's funny because I know I'm giving you this message, but now it's coming over here with the Seven of Swords in reverse. They're saying this whole thing is taken with a grain of salt. Looked adorably upon you. To spirit, they think you're very, very cute. So what that means is spirit don't care about looks, they care about your soul. So I think that you genuinely are like a really kind person. You have pure intentions towards everything in life. You probably have an experience to you, so that's why they don't want to scare you off with this message. They're just looking at you kindly. By the way, if you want to hear a whole ass message, that was the last pile because they went crazy on that person. That's because I softened the blow a lot of how blunt they wanted me to be, but this is the complete opposite with you. They're telling you to take it with a grain of salt, as in, don't be offended. This should not make you cry, okay? But please take this message seriously. With the Hierophant card, I think that you have inhibited your self expression in bed. This is either you're a virgin, because I mean, let's be real, the 5 in Roman numeral is a V, so that's why I'm really getting that. Or it could be you have lost it. You don't like the idea or act of sex and it bores you. Maybe you think that you are asexual. You are not asexual. It's either because you are gay, you have been doing it with the wrong gender, or you have a kink or a fetish that you need to have in bed and you have yet to even explore those fantasies, let alone in this physical reality. So that's why you're bored. Put the Mercury card. They've been trying to send people in your way to stir up sexual passions. You attract very attractive people, very hot. I'm getting the word Aries. So I think you tend to attract very aggressive people, and I assume that this would also translate in bed. But you're just like, like I don't really care. I don't really care about sleeping with you. I mean, yeah, we can watch a movie. That's more fun. More intellectually stimulated. So yeah, once again, like how here with the Tower and here with their love life, they keep on trying to send people your way or things your way, and you're still not really learning. Just bored with yourself sitting there. And it's like, come on, get some motivation to get up and do something about it. What you don't see coming here with the Taurus card is just this advice. This is the most pivotal one, and this is the one that you're not going to like. If anything, this is the one that's going to make you cry. They're telling you, you need to cut off all your friends and family. This is not even temporary. They are so toxic to your development. They're the reason why you have been stuck and stagnant because the Hierophant card is the Taurus card. And then you're coming up here as Earth. You need to flourish like a fucking plant, bitch. You can flourish as an Earth sign, but you can't flourish with other people who are also in your same energy, who inhibit their self expression, don't want to look into the deeper things in life, who only want to live a societally expected life. You need to boss up, grow up, and live to your fullest potential. Spirit sees your potential, and no one else is challenging this. No one else is telling you this. So I'm telling you this. This was a very nice, harsh reading. You get me? I was very nicely delivered. So that's all I had for you. I hope this resonated. Please like, dislike, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys have a great day or night. Bye.